Okay, thank you. Okay, calling into the hearing on Thursday, March 18th.
Why can't I hear anybody?
Oh. Can you hear the others? So this says Baker.
Baker, maybe your speaker's on mute.
I'm muted.
Oh,
Joy.
no, are you on mute?
Unmuted now, but I think Senator Baker said she couldn't hear anybody.
You could have just told me that.
Okay, are we good? Okay. Calling the hearing notice of Thursday, March 18th, 2021, 1 p.m. video conferencing for the committees of Public Safety, Intergovernmental, and Military Affairs, and the Committee of Commerce and Consumer Protection. I'll introduce the members of the committee. For the public safety, we have Senator Kurt Pavella. We have Senator English, who's the vice chair, and Senator Baker and Senator Revere. Thank you. Senator Baker, you want to introduce your group?
Yes, the Committee on Commerce and Consumer Protection. Senator Chang is the vice chair. I don't see him on my little screen. We have Senator Balette Michelucha, which I see. You, Chair, are also on my committee. Is Senator Riviere there? I see Senator Joy San Buenaventura and Senator Favela. So we have a quorum.
Okay, let's start. We're hearing House Bill 391, House Draft 3, relating to the Landlord-Tenant Code, the Residential Landlord-Tenant Code. It establishes a process for the early termination of a rental agreement for certain active duty service members who receive military orders to vacate civilian housing and move into on-post government quarters, and failure to move into on-post government headquarters will result in the forfeiture of basic allowance housing or those who die while serving on active duty. And we have the first testifier, Tracy Leverone from Honolulu Association of Realtors. Tracy.
Aloha. Thank you for allowing me to testify on behalf of HAR today. We stand by our written testimony as submitted, but I would like to stress the following. Should this bill pass, HAR has great concerns that uncertainty regarding early lease terminations from divorcing service member tenants will discourage landlords from renting to military altogether. The bill not only provides no recourse to the landlord when the tenant breaks their lease, but allows them to vacate with a 15-day notice. This is not adequate or fair notice to the landlord. The service members can give, the SCRA provides that the service member has to give 30 days notice from the date of their next rent payment due if they're going to active duty. So certainly if a service member can provide that kind of notice when they are going to active duty, then they are capable of giving that kind of notice if they're just simply moving back on base or if they need to. The previous testimony said, well, that the target was for those lower ranking military personnel who are getting divorced, and once they're divorced, they're not allowed to live off base. Well, that's can't be really put on the landlord. And the landlord doesn't have any recourse and they have no way of being able to count out when that member might just like suddenly vanish with 2 weeks. The other thing is property managers are also concerned that once the landlord tenant code is changed to favor the junior service members breaking their lease early when getting divorced or whatever, it will be considered discriminatory practice to not make this provision available to all renters going through a divorce, military or not. The precedent would be set as to why can't all ranks of the military service members going through divorce have the option to break their lease. Then if the bill is expanded to cover all service members, there would be a ripple effect of discrimination claims by civilians as to why the same option can't be available to non-military personnel. So it just kind of opens the door for on and on and on, and takes away all the rights of the landlord. You know, it's an off base, it's a private contract that is executed and signed, and they read the lease, they agree to the lease, and
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
follow it through, just like anyone else doing the same.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Levi Ho'okano.
Hi, Chair Nishihara, Chair Baker, members of the committees. I agree with the previous testifier about the 15-day notice. I stand on my testimony as it's been submitted, the written testimony, but I do agree that the 15-day notice is a bit short for month-to-month leases. However, even though with the month-to-month leases, the landlord tenant code already allows a breaking of lease by a tenant within 28 days. So that provision in this bill may be duplicative if it's extended 28 days. I'll be available for any questions if anybody has any. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have other testifiers that send in testimony, but not by video. Mike O'Hue in support, Jennifer Azuma Trupublic in support. Well, she sent in comments, and David Chi, who is opposed to this measure. If there's any others, be happy to hear what they have to say. Otherwise, members, any questions? Otherwise, if not, we can go to the breakout room. Okay. The chairs of Public Safety, Intergovernmental and Military Affairs, and Commerce and Consumer Protection as well have confirmed and conferred, and the recommendations is to pass House Bill 391, House Draft 3 with amendments. And these are some of the amendments that we were discussing and agreed to. One is to amend paragraph F to increase the requirement of early termination from a landlord non-terminating tenants who fail to demonstrate the ability to pay the rent from 14 days to no less than 30 days, and require the service member seeking to be relieved of his or her rent obligation be required to first ask their commander to keep his or her housing allowance before giving notice to his or her landlord as possible to petition his or her commander, and to show written notice if the service member's commander's petition was unsuccessful. And the start date of the 30 days would be after he receives that commander's petition notice to the member. So we would start from that point. And also, I believe we're going to have the effective date January 1st, 2022. And we hope that as this bill moves on, there'll be further discussion on the particulars of this bill. So members, to pass House Bill 391 with amendments. Chair goes aye. Vice Chair, I think you're muted. Okay.
So the recommendation, Chair, is to pass with amendments, correct?
Yes.
And you're going to, the effective date would be January 1, 2022. Is that right?
Yes.
But you're going to put a defective date on the bill itself.
I think we should.
Okay. That's what I had thought that's what I thought I understood, but I was just double checking.
No, you're right. It was supposed to be a defective date as we move it forward. So I think in the original bill, they had a date of, let's see, their defective date was July 1st, 3050. It's a bit long, but we could make it July 1st, 2030 and see where it goes from there. Okay with that?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Members?
So you're gonna call the roll of your members first.
Yep, I will. Okay, Chair goes aye. Vice Chair?
Aye.
Yes. Senator Favela?
Aye.
Okay, Senator Revere?
Aye.
Okay, I think I have...
Senator Baker votes aye.
Oh, yeah, Senator Baker, I'm sorry. I think that was it.
Okay, same recommendation from Consumer Protection. To pass with amendments, Chair votes aye. Senator Chang.
Aye.
Senator Misalucha.
Aye.
Senator Nishihara.
Aye.
Senator Riviere.
Aye.
Senator San Buenaventura. Did you say yes?
Yes, I'm sorry, aye.
Thank you. Senator Favela.
Aye.
Thank you, members. Recommendation for CPN is adopted.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, members of public safety as well. Thank you.